Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a doubleheader. Due to all the change-ups on this last UFC card, I'm just going to cover the main event and the co-main event, because there wasn't really a main card, it was just all 7 fights and lumped into the prelims were mixed in. The would have been prelims were mixed in with the main card, and kind of go off track of what I talked about on my pre-fight show. So I'll just cover the main event and co-main event because those were definitely on my pre-fight show, and then I'm going to tie in this to the pre-fight for Angela Hill, Michelle Waterson upcoming card on Saturday. So basically, to kick off the show, we have the pre-fight or the post-fight for the Overeem card. So in the main event, we had Alistair Overeem defeat Augusto Sakai at TKO elbows and punches, round 5, 26 seconds into it. It kind of went back and forth, and Augusto, I would say, was winning at least 2 of the 3 rounds of the first 3 rounds, and then when you got to round 4, it was pretty obvious that Overeem was working the ground game and starting to wear out Augusto, and it possibly wins round 4 and 5, but by the end of round 4, it's like Augusto is borderline out of it, and Augusto got taken out and finished in 26 seconds of the 5th round. It was an amazing fight. I was on the edge of my seat and was just amazed by it. Then in the co-main event in the light heavyweight division, we had Ovince St. Preux, OSP, going up against Alonzo Menifield. This one I got wrong. Alonzo Menifield got knocked out, KO punch, round 2. 4 minutes, 7 seconds, and OSP hasn't had a knockout win in a long time. So this one, a lot of people probably didn't see it coming. Von Flue choke, if anything, is what we would have expected OSP to win by if there's going to be a finish on his side. Alonzo, just got outclassed with OSP's reach and experience, I think, and OSP looked good, and it's exciting to see him back. Former title contender in the UFC, and I can't wait to see more of him. So yeah, there you have it on this card, and now I'm going to go to Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill, UFC Fight Night on ESPN Plus, coming up this Saturday. So pre-fight run down the main card with my predictions, so let's get started. It's a women's strawweight clash in the main event, and with Michelle Waterson and Angela Hill, and I'm going to do pre-fight rundown with predictions as always. So, and to kick off the main card in the featherweight division, we have Billy Quarantillo versus Kyle Nelson. I'm going to go with Billy by submission round 2 on this one. I think Billy can get this one done, and overall he's been fairly consistent, and this is going to be a good fight though, and Kyle Nelson, if he wins, then it's a big win over a tough, durable veteran in Billy Quarantillo, who I believe is 14-2 going into this fight. So this is going to be a good fight, and this could put either one of these guys on the map with a big finish here. Then in the light heavyweight division, we have Ed Herman, long-time UFC veteran, going up against Mike Rodriguez. I kind of went back and forth on this one, but I think Mike Rodriguez gets it done by probably, I'll say, decision. I think he has definitely the age advantage, being about 8 years younger, and then also I think he's just that younger and hungrier fighter, and he has a good enough experience to deal with someone like Ed Herman. But I'll only give Mike Rodriguez a 60% chance of winning this fight because I I think Ed Herman has a good chance at winning. This is a winnable fight for him. And yeah, so it's going to be exciting. But I'll say Mike Rodriguez by unanimous decision. Then in the women's flyweight division, we have Roxanne Modafferi versus Andrea KGB Lee. I went back and forth on this one too, but I think the striking of Andrea Lee gets it done, and her takedown defense, she'll use that to really keep this on the feet and not want to go to the ground with Roxanne Modafferi. I don't think she wants to go to the ground with Roxanne Modafferi. I think she'll get it done by strikes in the stand-up and win a unanimous decision. Then in the the lightweight division in the co-main event, we have Ottman Azatar versus Kama Worthy. Yeah, this is a good lightweight matchup. I'm going to go with Kama Worthy on this one. I'll say third round knockout on this one. I think Kama Worthy has knockout power, good knockout power, and you know, he can get it done. I think this is a winnable fight, but yeah, I'm gonna go 65% chance Kama Worthy gets the win here and then gets the finish. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight though. Then I'm gonna in the main event in the women's strawweight bout, we have Angela Hill versus Michelle Waterson. I went back and forth on this one from time to time, but I think that Angela Hill is going to be that much better a fighter, having done analyst work for the UFC and watching a lot more fight tape than she probably normally has. Not saying that she hasn't watched fights, but when you're an analyst for the UFC, one can only imagine you watch that much more fights, and you look at I think Dan Hardy's learned so much, and Michael Bisping's gone better. And I know it sounds cheesy to say this, but watching fights, I think, really can help out a lot with your fight IQ. And I mean, Michelle Waterson's also done work in the past for UFC, but Angela Hill more recently. And I think Angela Hill got robbed on one of her most recent decisions. So I think Angela Hill gets it done here. And you know what? I think this goes all 5 rounds. I could see this going back and forth. And you know what? Actually, I'll say 4th round submission for Angela Hill. I think this ends up going back and forth and going to the ground in the later rounds, and then Angela Hill gets a submission. I'll say rear naked choke, round 4. So your winner, Angela Hill. That's my prediction. So there you have it. There's my predictions for this card, and as always, and stay tuned for my post-fight show. And until then, see ya.